Happy Monday, everybody. It's a beautiful day. I just got done tuning in to my surroundings, to the energy around me, right here on my front porch. And I wanted to show you who else we adopted yesterday. If you know, I went on, my stories. I was showing pictures. We went to the market yesterday, and I actually found a beautiful crystal and actually set the intention that I was going to accept a new pink rose quartz into my home to work with me. And as some of you might already know, I do a lot of work with crystals, with energy, spirit, nature, Mother Earth. And so I like to share that with you guys. And so, yes, I'm excited because I feel that the plants, the flowers have been calling out to me, especially after a deep meditation. And this is whom we adopted yesterday. I'm actually trying to see. Will this flip around for us? Yes, it will. There we go. We adopted this beautiful rose bush that I'm going to plant. Right now I'm just leaving her out on the porch. And then we adopted this other beautiful flower. And so I'm learning about plants. Some you will regrow after every year, some won't. So that means you just planted a new one. And then this one here is supposed to turn out like this beautiful one. Hopefully this is clear enough for you guys, because it's pretty bright out here. Probably not. I can't really see your quality on your end, but those are the beautiful sisters and brothers that we adopted and we brought home with us. And so really, as I turn this around, I wanted to share a message. A little tune in. I shared a post yesterday about my energy light heating. Abigail Satnav, where I was meditating in my garden right in front of this rose bush that started blooming. And this home already had a garden prepped up for us. And in this area, it's the only rose bush here. And she started blooming. And there's also a conch shell right there. And I just asked the question yesterday, which seems to stop some of you from allowing yourself to just be with you. You know, sit down, be with yourself, be alone, spend time on your own. Because that's been a most recent theme coming up in terms of the clients I'm working with, the people I interact with, and just to address, a couple of the answers that came through, a word of encouragement, like this beautiful rose bush that we adopted. And just to go back and show you her, notice how she is not afraid to take up space. Depending on where the lighting is, she's right here. There we go, better. In her own little, her pot, right? Pot. And right now, yes, she's blooming. She's blooming because she's taking up space. She's not afraid to do that. However, if you use symbology and you follow with me in terms of a storyline of what I'm describing here, metaphorically as well, this applies to each and every one of us. We all have a beautiful space. If you think about a yoga mat, that's your space. But there are times when you begin to outgrow that. And when it comes to being with yourself, right? Getting to know your own essence, flower essence, your own energy. It's about you not being afraid to plant yourself down on your mat, to plant yourself down in your chair, to plant yourself down in your workspace, wherever you go, because there's so many different pots that you take up in your life, and own it. Plant your roots and allow yourself to just go with the flow, whatever it is that's coming through you. And I just felt that was a beautiful message that the flowers were, just expressing. And as you see, our little plant over there, there's the other one. You are in different stages in your life. And so don't be afraid to stay there. Grow. Come out. And why it's so important to sit with yourself in the morning. I'm always preaching this, and this message has not changed since I've established this platform on my channel here. It's never changed. Don't be afraid to spend some time for yourself. Make that time a lot of time in the morning, because then the rest of the day won't make you, compromise that. It's so important to know what your desires are. What is it your intentions are, wanting to bud here and bloom, so that you're not carried by the waves of everybody else's agenda. And that is something I felt like was needed to be said, because right now, I've been quiet the past weeks, right? And that's because I've been journeying with this exploration, a new program have started. And it's about getting to know your own tune, your own energy, your own frequency. What is it that you're here to birth through you, and why you're not doing it. And I was like, and it's because a lot of it's distraction, a lot of noise. We might be allowing ourselves to just allow our ego to attach to everything, that we never actually do anything with our lives with purpose, And I got a little lost into the whole, I need to do this and that and Z, all the way to Z, right, down the alphabet. And I wasn't giving myself enough credit. And I said, what are the things that have never really changed? It's the fact that I'm always advocating to, love yourself more, make time for yourself, because when you have those things rooted down and you make an effort, emphasis in your life, importance, with high importance, and you don't compromise that, you find that you don't have to do so much in your life. And I know that's a little, for other people, it might be like, I don't have to do so much, but there's so much on my list. Well, it depends on the life you want to live. And this came through for me in those coming weeks. For example, I saw my parents living. If you understand, if you come from a different culture and background, your parents come from a different country. They worked hard to get here. And I saw my dad work hard. He was such a good hard worker. But he didn't get paid enough, and that caused a limiting belief in me. It was like, I have to work super hard and just not earn enough, barely enough. But another aspect of me that saw this was like, no, I want something different. I don't want to work hard in terms of slaving away and not enjoying this life, because there's so much to enjoy, as the flowers have, been showing us here. And the reason I share this is I work with a lot of people. I work with myself daily. What are the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from blossoming and living that life that you want to create for yourself? And so this is my prayer call. Ooh, and as I say this, there's a butterfly just passing through. My prayer call, right? For those of you who want to work together, as I started as a health coach, nutritionist, lifestyle coach, and now I'm working more this season with energy, more intentional, breaking through my own things, so that I can dive in deeper through more transformational work. Because while I started as a health coach on the physical level, nutritionist, there were things I saw that you just can't really solve through the physical aspect. You got to go in deeper through the energy, the essences, right? Things that linger behind the veil that we need to move and shift for your growth, for you to continue thriving, so that you can take up that space that you're allowed to, right? And yes, so this was a beautiful message inspired by the flowers and by the plants. And I'm just looking in and tuning in. What else is there? There we go. Thank you. And, I am looking to call in. Initially, there's total 5 clients, 2 of which are already taken, that I work on a month-to-month basis, week to week, one-on-one calls. And I'm looking for the 3rd person. And as I grow, I'm able to give back, right? Easily and freely. And so this is a journey of expansion, both for everyone is a teacher and a student at the same time, just depending on what level in terms of stage or plot you're in that particular area in your life, right? And when we work together in our sessions, it's just like this. How is it that we can get your little rosebud here to bloom? And so if this message resonated with you, send me a DM. And if also I find that conversation is really great, again, this goes back to hello. I think, there's this other message I had actually done, and it goes back here, that I'm letting you see the full thing, the full blue. You get to see the full blue, when you allow yourself to be planted by working with your team, the little flower bush, you really allow yourself to take up that space. You shine brightly. You are able to bring a smile to those who work with you, who see you on a day-to-day, meet with you. And so don't dim your light down. In essence is what the message is for today. And I pray you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. And thank you so much for listening. Satnam. Comment down below which color resonated with you.